Chitrangda Singh turns producer for Soorma, how actresses are juggling duties on camera and behind it. The trend of actresses donning the producer's hat was always there in Bollywood. In the 60s, Madhubala had produced a film which featured her husband Kishore, while in the 70s, it was Jaya Bachchan, who just 2 years after having faced the camera for the first time in Guddy, called the shots in 1973 for Abhiman under the banner of Amaya Films. No prizes for guessing where the name of the banner comes from. While the discordant 80s saw a lull, the beginning of 90s saw Bollywood's own dream girls foray into production with Dil Ashna Hai. The millennium brought a spurt in the number of actresses donning the producer's mantle. Raveena Tandon, Shilpa Shetty, Manisha Koirala, Preeti Zinta and Lara Dutta all turned to putting their money into making films. But all the names mentioned above are one-off instances. For most, making films became a sort of compulsion after their career took a beating, while for others, it became an opportunity just to stay relevant. Pooja Bhatt remains the sole exception, who truly graduated from being an actress to a full-fledged producer, but again, she could not manage both the roles together. Cut to the present Bollywood, it is a different world. Established actresses are taking the plunge and are managing both their acting career and production ventures with equal ease. The trend that started with Priyanka Chopra was later picked by Anushka Sharma. Now the bandwagon includes Chitrangda Singh and Deepika Padukone. One often comes across sound bites of actresses dubbing production as a thankless job, but hidden behind the thanklessness is a sea of opportunity which, if explored in the right fashion, could just open a multitude of options. If the films do succeed in hitting the bullseye, they can go laughing all the way to their bank. One reason why current actresses are welcoming film production is that the transactions involved in the same are more transparent now. In a world of equal opportunity, they are making most of their opportunities. The cleanup of the mafia money that was rampant in film production in the 90s, and the advent of corporates has given a semblance of an order which most actors find comfort in. For a few, the reason of turning to production is often the paucity of good. For others, it is simply a genuine love for cinema and a desire to make films as per their wishes. The current crop of actresses are jumping into the production arena with a well-laid-out plan. While Priyanka has a defined team and her mother to give her back-end support, Anushka's has her brother Karnish as an able assist. Change is here, and it is a sweeping one. To begin with, it was not in spur of the moment when these actresses thought of becoming producers. Every move of theirs was calculated and was based on months of planning and thinking. Priyanka's intention of becoming a producer stemmed from the fact that a few movies needed her support and help. In an earlier interview, she had mentioned that there are many filmmakers who just do not get a chance to tell their stories, and she would like to support such films. The thought was also slightly personal, and it came from the fact that she had faced difficulty when she became part of the industry in her initial days. The style sheet of Purple Pebble Pictures, the production house that she owns, is true to her beliefs. Rather than venturing into Hindi films, from where could have easily made good money, she started with a Marathi film and then branched out to Bhojpuri and Sikamis. She meant business and was serious is evident from the fact that her Marathi debut Ventilator went on to win a national award. For Anushka Sharma, it was more of a case of inclusion. In an interview, she had mentioned that becoming a producer is just a progression to add to her growth as an actor. "I feel more like a part of movies," she had said. She was candid enough to admit in the same interview that there is nothing glamorous attached to production and there is no stardom attached to it. Her rationale of becoming a producer was a bit contrary to the reasons that Priyanka had. It was the arresting plot of NH10 that compelled her to become a producer. A strong urge to back the film in its entire journey was a decision that involved lots of deliberation. The results for her banner Clean Slate Films have been more than satisfactory. All her 3 productions, NH10, Falori and Perai, could manage to recover their returns on investment. That Anushka is also an astute producer is reflected by the fact that all her 3 films were tight-budgeted and no money was splurged in any form. Thriller, love story and horror, the 3 genres she has dabbled in till date also reflect her versatility. The latest to join the bandwagon is Chitrangda Singh. Her urge to become a producer was a matter of compulsion. There was a brief period in her career that saw her struggling, both on professional and personal fronts. In the absence of good offers, the period allowed her to write stories, keeping herself as the protagonist with the sole intention of producing the film someday. But when she met Sandeep Singh, she found his story riveting enough to keep everything on hold. While Chitrangda is not in the same league as Priyanka and Anushka, the fact that she still has films like Bazaar and Saheb Bhaiya or Gangster 3 in her kitty should not be discounted for. If rumors are to be believed, Deepika Padukone might be next in queue. With the trend of actresses as producers on the horizon, it is a foregone conclusion that their films too will showcase a different sensibility and mindset. Chitrangda, similar to Priyanka and Anushka, could have easily succumbed to the lure of a more commercial masala potboiler than a biopic of an ex-Indian hockey captain whom people hardly know in a cricket-crazy nation. It was an arresting plot more than anything else that tempted her. It surely is a welcome change, and more power to such actress-producers. Updated date, July 16, 2018, 9:28 a.m. Tags.